Be getting some Johnny soon too.
All right. Well, I'm not going to stick on for long because we're early to bed around here, mate.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I keep wanting to get a Splat either on the show or get him in the thread.
You want to get what?
I keep wanting to get Splat on the show or at least in the thread because I see he's got an FF48 up for sale, and I wonder if it's still for trade.
Okay.
What's an FF48?
It's a Pence copy of FF48 that I want really bad.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, fellas. Eloise Flankel's here today.
Yeah.
I don't see Gray. I just see Gray's emoji. Self-emoji.
Yeah, that's on there.
How are you, Gray?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Not too bad.
Good.
Yeah.
Get things set up here. My weirdo fake tripod thingy. Okay.
Hey, we're going to get some Johnny for a few minutes today, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. No Montreal today. I'm not in a Canadian mood. I'm kidding. Love you, Johnny. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, he said he tried to open it earlier, and it said the live stream ended, and I was just wondering if he opened the right thing. But
live stream hasn't even begun yet.
So, but it works because we're here.
Or at least we think we're here.
Yeah, he might have pulled the old one, but
we think we're here, folks.
Yeah, because we're here, we're live.
Time for the theme song.
20 minutes ago.
Here we are at the Geeky. I can't even do that.
We do need a theme song. I've got
I want a theme song, damn it. I want to sing it.
I've got friends in the music industry, so
we're not exactly meekly. Look at Kyle, he's a Marine. Look at Gray, he's unseen. And then there's Bill, he's the thrill. Welcome to the show. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that every week from now on.
I've got friends in the music industry, and I'm a lyricist, so I'm pretty sure I'd be all right letting go of my rights to the lyrics and get some musicians to lay down a track and get us a proper theme song.
No, I like me singing it. It's fun.
Yeah, we should do a barbershop quartet once we get Mark back. We'll do a barbershop quartet of it.
Yeah.
I wish he could get internet where he was, because, man, he's been getting some bomb-ass comics. Oh, my God.
What, on his trip? Or?
You'll be doing the high notes, won't you, Bill?
What's that?
You'll be doing the high notes?
I'll do the, well, I'm normally the low note guy, but yeah, I'll do the high notes.
All right.
I'm normally down here, but I can be up here. If I do my falsetto, my Robert Plant falsetto.
Baby,
baby, does Eloise like it? Sorry, I'm trying to stay consistent with the theme today. I like Eloise Flangle. That's your best name yet.
Robert Plant has one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, he's probably got more than one.
Oh my God. My favorite song of his solo is In the Mood.
Oh, that's a great song. Isn't that that was the first that was his first solo song.
I think so, yeah. But that song, I'm in the mood for a melody. They had written the music, and he's sitting around singing, and he's trying to figure out what to put in lyrically. And he's just sitting there going, then a little doo-wop going, I'm in the mood for a melody, I'm in the mood for a melody, what do I do? And that became the song. He was just trying to figure out a melody in his head, and it became the song. Him jacking around became the song.
Well, you remember, I'm sure you know this, but this was the first time he was not playing off of anybody. So he had to come up with the tune, whereas he would already have a riff or something in mind from Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones. So he was really doing it off the cuff. By the time the second album rolled around, I think the second album's when he went on tour, isn't it, Kyle?
Oh, he toured the first one too.
Did he? Well, I guess I saw both those tours. And well, both tours, you know who his drummer was, right?
Jason, wasn't it?
Nope. It was the world's biggest Alamo collector, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Small world stuff.
And he did backup vocals, but he didn't come. He wanted to be nothing but a drummer and a backup vocalist as a drummer. So when he was announced, he got a lot of applause. Of course, he was at his apex right then, but at the same time, he wanted to give it all to Robert, and Robert wasn't really comfortable with that. He wanted to bring him down and sing a song with him. Phil would have none of that because Phil is very respectful, and Phil is a good guy. Phil gets a bad rap sometimes, but Phil kept Genesis together after Peter Gabriel jumped ship. Yeah. And then Peter Gabriel goes, well, you stole my singing style. Well, you know what, dude? You jumped ship, and that's all he knew as a professional was singing back up to your singing style. So he didn't steal it. He learned it from you because you taught him to sing that way. So get off your high. I mean, I do think Peter Gabriel's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. His soundtrack for the Last Temptation of Christ was fantastic. That came out as an album called Passion. And it was, I mean, he tried to get as factual as he could on how music would be back then. They should have, honestly, used his score for the Passion of the Christ movie. But, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So, what have you done recently, comic-wise, Kyle?
Nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
Nothing. I haven't even read that Super Santa. I got it upstairs. I got it put away.
You need to read it. It's fantastic. Mark read it like I did, pretty fast.
It has been a rough couple of weeks and down.
Oh no, I know. Well, I'll tell you this. Gray, I'm sorry you weren't on that episode. I know what was going on with you and stuff, so I understand. But I wish you'd been on because it was so. I don't know. It was very organic the way we talked about it, and I'd already read it, and I was my comments are going to be on the new edition or the second printing.
That's
and
cool.
So we lost Eloise. Damn it.
I'm still here.
There she is.
I'm sending Johnny a message, and I don't.
Oh, okay.
You was asking what I've been up to. I went to the comic mart last Sunday.
How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I got a lot of good comics. I've got to get a video up on my YouTube channel showing what I got. Actually, it's going to be coming soon. I should have made it already, but I forgot about it. I've filmed it, but I've got to actually put the video together. But yeah, I've got a nice stack of stuff.
Well, that's great. I wish I could go. My friend Kent Cordray was over there not too long ago.
I know he was. We said hello to him. He came and we shook his hand. We chatted for a bit.
With Kent? Really?
Yeah, with Kent. Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't even know you knew Kent. Oh, that's great.
I think you told him to add me or something because I remember you mentioned him before.
Oh, yeah.
And then he added me on Facebook.
Yeah, Kent is a great guy. Well, I'm so glad. Kent is an Oklahoman, so he's not. Yeah. Kent.
He was telling me how crap Texas is. Like Texas is a dung hole and all that kind of thing.
Was he really?
Oklahoma's the best place. No, he wasn't. I just know.
I knew you were fucking with me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Eloise,
there's some tension
Kent?
from Oklahoma. And...
You know Kent, don't you?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay.
Vaguely. Once I dropped off Facebook and everything beginning of this year, I've lost touch with everybody.
Yeah. Well, I've never met. Well, I'm sure I've met Kent in the past because our paths were too similar, but I'm sure we looked a lot different back then. So it's just strange. I mean, we're talking 30 years too. So,
it's not a lot of marks on him back in the day. I think he was saying.
He's what?
He's put a lot of marks on back in the day. So I'm guessing you might have seen him when he put marks on.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't seen Well, it's funny. I see a lot of these guys after the fact. Like I see. I knew them back in the day, but we barely remember each other because it's been so long. And then
I have been. I'm actually on TV right now.
And then we regroup. We regroup years later, and we vaguely remember each other, but we foster a better relationship, later on. Oh, here's Johnny. Mr. Montreal.
Johnny.
What?
Bonjour.
What? What do you want?
Hey,
Bonjour, monsieur.
giving
I
you.
like the shirt. At least he's not wearing a wife beater.
Hold on a second, guys. I was just, doing work.
No, you.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hey, I had a fun find at the flea market today.
What'd you get?
Well, I thought I'd share it with you.
Please do.
Okay, let's go.
I'll put them on the full screen. I'll put them on the full screen.
Comics with Johnny Montreal.
Here we go.
I'm going to try and put you on the full screen, Johnny, so we can see him better. It's going a bit slow,
What
though.
is that?
Batman of some sort?
That's a great cover.
There we go.
Is that a variant?
Yeah. How
Wow.
do I go full screen for you guys? Nope.
Whoop.
Oh. Okay. Well, wait.
Great. Can you put him full screen?
I did put him full screen a second ago. How come he's come back out of it again?
Oh, that's weird.
That's no, you know what my blinking.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
Connection's like it's rubbish. It doesn't do what I want it to do half the time, which is why I barely bother coming on here because it's so annoying.
You ready, guys? Here we
Go.
Is it working?
Yep.
Oh,
It'll be working.
it doesn't look like it's in full screen on my screen, but oh, here he goes.
Who are these covers by?
These covers,
Blackest Night.
I think, are by Masking. I have no idea.
I don't think I've seen those before.
Or by who?
Able to pick up the set, and this number 3 in particular is really quite awesome. Look at Red Rock bottom. So messed up.
Wait. Who's the artist? I couldn't hear you.
I don't know. I'm not certain.
Oh, well, it's all the same artist.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't say on the cover. Sometimes it says cover by
I'm looking for a
or signature.
signature.
Those are great, but those are all variants.
Yeah, all variants.
I've never seen those before.
Yeah.
That is a great find.
Yeah.
Hi, handsome.
Great.
Sorry.
What else you get?
Oh, that's what else did I get?
My neighbor pulled me away there for a little bit.
Oh, wow. I forgot they're teaming those up.
I've got that one. But that one recently.
She's fixing to spank that booty.
Spank that booty. Now that's before the time of variants.
I think
You
this
would
is the
think, but it's
Inquisitive.
not before the time of it's not before the time of variants. Variants go back quite a ways. I want that.
Well, intentional variants. Oh, wow. That's a great cover. I've never seen
Oh,
that
no.
one.
There are intentional variants that go back to the 40s.
What?
Yeah.
Don't blow my mind, dude.
I've got a lot of them. Sometimes they're price variants, but
Yeah.
sometimes they're cover image variants.
I have your attention.
Yeah. Holy moly. Oh, the kid gorillas, they never came back, did they? I love the kid gorilla. And I thought Kubert drew kids very well.
Kubert
As
drew
opposed to John
everything
Byrne.
very well.
Huh?
That's got to be a take on the boy commandos, isn't it?
Yeah, seems like it, right?
Men at war or men of
We're
war.
the orphans from hell, bitches. Sorry. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, did you get a good price on them all? Or?
When I'm done, I'm gonna tell you you'll flip.
Oh man, you know when the story starts like that, it's going to be good.
I know. Or bad.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
that is cool.
That very much looks like George Evans.
That's an issue number 2.
I think that is George Evans. Rugged. Oh my God, that's a hard one to find. That's a Charlton, isn't it? Or is that a Timely?
It's an Atlas.
An Atlas. Atlas Timely. Yeah.
A great name for a title. Rugby.
And what issue number is that?
Number uno.
Number 1.
Was
But-
that a one shot? How many issues were there of
And
that?
I have no idea. I have no compass.
That
on
might be a one off. It's gorgeous though.
impossible to find.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Now that's a Charlton.
Yep, late 50s, early 60s Charlton Bullet.
I love you. My love will not die.
The still
but my
10
love will
cents is
die, but my love won't.
1961.
Oh yeah, well that's a Spire comic. That's basically all Al Hartley.
This is like the sister-in-law of Pansy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pansy the swastika lover.
Pansy hung out with after she got woke.
I've got a Spire comic on the way. Actually, I've just got someone who just.
Well, you know,
offered me
Spires are rapidly going up in price.
the
I
hidden-
love that cover.
The
Beyond
hidden
the
something
Grey.
the one I'm getting is called.
Whose cover is that? What cover? I mean, who did that?
Probably Russ Heath.
Yeah.
It
looks like Heath.
It looks like Heath's work.
But he normally signs his work at that point.
But again, I think all these are reprints.
But look, okay, I'm going to tell you something. You know what? Look at that face real quick, Johnny. Show it to us one more time. That face looks like Gil Kane. Big time. Doesn't that look like Gil Kane to y'all? The face itself. Just the
A little
face.
bit. The nose would be more predominant.
I don't know. The eyes
shading.
and the nose look pretty spot on for me. I don't know. I know he never did anything for Charlton, so.
I'm going to go with Heath on this one.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Okay, 2 more.
Okay. Oh,
I
that's a
love that
great
one.
one.
Man in Space.
35 cents? I don't remember them being that expensive.
Yeah, Dell Giants were 35 in the late 60s.
Last
Mid
but
and
not
late 60s.
Oh, man, and
Actually,
yeah.
in the 50s, too, because the Giants from
Oh, hell. Steve Ditko at his finest. What
What a-
issue is that, John?
number 8.
Wow. Those comics, that, and what was the other one? Was it Reptilius?
yeah.
Those went very high in number considering the movies were complete bombs.
I got Reptilicus the other day. Reptilicus #1. I got it the mark before last.
Well, crap.
All right. So my stat cost me $67.69 Canadian dollars.
So, in
Okay.
other words, $40 to us.
$40 US.
Shit.
How many books?
Fantastic. What are you drinking there?
I'm drinking cranberry.
Oh, show it again. It looks like bourbon. Oh, wow. It
Yeah.
looks like alcohol.
Yeah, it's a trick I learned from Bill Cosby.
But where are your roofies? That's funny.
I'm gonna have me a cranberry and water.
Cranberry water.
He's, roofied it up so he can take advantage of himself
Ice
later.
cream. We're gonna have ice cream.
Hey, cranberry water.
You're going to get roofied up and take advantage of yourself later.
Seeing all you.
I woke up with my hands on my own junk. What? So I guess we can go back to the forescreen now.
Yeah,
Foreskin now. The forescreen now.
the foreskin.
Yeah, the way we're talking.
My Briss took mine away 50-some years ago.
What? 50?
57 years ago, to be exact.
Jesus Christ. Oh. I get it. That's funny. So, Johnny, how have you been? Hadn't talked to you in a while.
I've been really good. Just got through the high holidays, which is always a fun time to spend with family. So I've been around.
Laheim, my friend, Laheim.
Well, thank you. L'chaim to you. Gamar.
Thank you.
We say Gamar Hatima Tova, which is may your name be inscribed in the book of life. Good year.
Gahar Monte Tayova.
Gahar Montebayo.
Gamar
Gamar
Hatima
Hatima
Tova.
Tova. Boy, I couldn't have butchered that anymore, could I? Yeah, you can tell I'm a Jew who found out after he was 50 and knows nothing about anything Hebrew.
Well, this is how you say it in Japanese. It's Kamar Hakima Toba Dada.
Oh, very good. Very good. I wish you could see me.
Oh, but
That's funny.
Yeah.
So last week, our show only lasted 25 minutes because technical difficulties, and Gray only had. Do you still only have 20 hours a month now, Gray, on StreamYard?
Yeah, still only get 20 hours a month. But the reason it stopped last week, because I was doing something while you guys were chatting, so I wasn't really listening to the chat. When I was just doing dinner.
That's
I
fine.
was doing my dinner.
Now, once we're all gone, we're all gone.
When I came back, I saw you going, and I thought, oh, you've all finished, because Kyle wasn't there.
Phone,
I didn't realize that's what it was.
Like I did this week, I plugged my phone in before I start so it doesn't run out of energy. But I forgot last week, and so my phone ran out. And by the time I got back, I saw tumbleweeds. So, that's a Texas
I had
thing.
everything shut off. I have my notifications shut off. I have my phone on silent, and still that call rang through and just shot mine to shit.
Our culture.
Nope, lost it all. Say it again.
We broke up.
I said, how does everybody feel about living in our plugged-in culture?
I don't hate it very often, but when I do hate it, I really hate it, and I think about getting rid of everything. I never do because, a lot of my livelihood now depends on it. So it's.
Do you drive it?
What's that?
Do you drive a Tesla?
No, I wish I did.
Okay, because part of the plug-in culture these days, people, they suffer from great anxieties with their phone battery and now their automobiles as well. So,
because you'd run out. Yeah, exactly.
Their life really, revolves around plugging in everything more than anything these days. And to run out of power, it's really a mind fuck.
Well, I'll tell you, that's absolutely true because I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I tuck my phone under my pillow even, and I'll look at my phone in the middle of the night and I'll freak out if I have less than like 50% because number one, I need to get a new phone. I had my iPhone 11 3 years ago, but
or is everybody frozen?
It does a weird thing.
Yep. Okay. You're just talking about being unplugged, and there he is unplugged.
Oh my gosh. Johnny, come back.
I'm here.
Oh, he's there.
Oh,
yep.
Weird.
Yeah.
Showing up as everything froze for a second, then I couldn't see him. What's going on?
It's the Montreal effect.
Quiet. It's like I think I must have had a freeze on my end.
Yeah, things switch back around.
So Johnny, did you grow up in Montreal?
Matter of fact, I'm born and raised in Montreal. I mean, third generation Montrealer on my mother's side. And on my father's side, I'm a second generation Montrealer.
So is Montreal French Canadian? Do you have to speak French?
It's certainly helpful, but every francophone in this city has some degree of ability to speak English. You could basically I know so many Americans that live here. In fact, my niece just married a guy from Long Island, so he moved up here. There's a friend, guy from Boston who moved here in the early 90s and never left. And he doesn't speak a word of French, but you adapt to the Montreal culture very quickly because
I bet.
Stay here, born and raised, beautiful. I don't see any other reason to live anywhere else in the world. So,
Well, it's a beautiful city. I hope to get there before I kick the bucket. Have you ever been there, Kyle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Since you've known Johnny?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. I haven't been anywhere in the last 10 years or 7 years.
Yeah, I've been very few places in the last 10, except for Comic-Con. I go every year, but I've been to Comic-Con 15 times. I only missed 1 year, but 15 times since 2008. And now it's so weird. Now I go there and friends of mine from Facebook that I've never met in person will come up. And I guess I have a look, especially when I go to Comic-Con, I always wear my blue jacket. And it's not now. It's not to stand out. It's so people recognize me now from more reasons than nothing else. But I had like at least 10 people come up to me and go, "Bill, it's so and so. Bill, it's so." And I was like, I was even at a bar, and my friend Nancy Shingle, who I had no idea that she was as short as she was, she goes, "Bill, is that you?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "Is that you, Nancy?" It was so weird. And I just at a random bar. So, especially now that I'm growing my hair out again, I guess I stand out a little bit more too. But I love San Diego. It's so weird because it's so big now. A lot of people, "Oh, it's so crowded, I don't think I'd like it." You know what? You still need to go at least once if you haven't been, because it can be a shit show because you have about 1 million people. Like when it comes to all the support people, all the people outside the venue, inside the venue. I mean, it's huge. I've never been to anything that was that big before, but I will tell you this. It's almost too coordinated and organized because you can't really do anything different. You can't I don't know. You can't, I mean, not that I would want to cut in line, but they have everything so regimented. It's almost like you're in the military while you're there. Sorry, Kyle. But I'm kidding.
You want to hear something funny and relevant to that last statement you just made that I was about to say? The last time I was in San Diego during Comic-Con, 1988, but I didn't go to Comic-Con. I did go to a Padres game, but that was right before I graduated boot camp.
Wow.
I haven't been to San Diego since 1988 when I went to boot camp there.
Wow, man, you should go. Johnny, have you ever been to Comic-Con?
I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, but I meant to ask you, do you know Robert Beerbaum?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay, Robert Beerbaum is a dear friend of mine.
I love Bob. I mean, most of my friends have left Bob. I have not, because I really like Bob.
I'm one of very few people that possibly you might, who knows how to navigate Bob.
And I do too. I mean, and it's weird. It's weird that we're at that point where we have to. But Bob has told people, I don't see it because I'm dealing with my father-in-law with dementia, so I don't see it. But Bob has this supposedly this long dementia, where that's what I've heard anyway. But he doesn't seem like he has any kind of memory loss or anything at all. So I'm a little skeptical.
Robert Beerbaum has been gone since 1999.
Yeah.
Okay. And when to talk about 1969. And do so, right? Quite often, every 3 or 4.
We're losing you.
We're losing you, Johnny. We can't hear you.
How's that? Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to be closer to my phone? Do I have to, Colonel Kurtz this whole thing?
Yeah. You're too late for that. You're already there.
So
Marlon.
Anyhow, with Bob, you got to talk to him in Grateful Dead lyrics in order to have a full conversation. And when you do that,
Bob, what a long, strange trip it's been.
But
okay, well, yes, you're right.
But when you
hey, Bill,
at the end of the day, he's just a really sweet guy who's frightened that some tornado is going to wipe out the most incredible horde of America.
Yeah.
One day, whatever Bob was hoarding is up to market, and it's going to be extreme in how pieces are.
Yeah. Well, the rumor is that he doesn't have nearly as much as he used to, and again, this is a rumor, and I'm not saying anything against Bob, but apparently there was a coke habit involved, and in the 80s maybe, and that's why Bob no longer has stores. I don't know if any of this is true.
None of it's true.
No,
all of those. Okay, I don't even want to
Well, I would never talk about it with Bob, but since we brought him up, and I believe you guys before I believe anyone else, so I'm glad to hear this.
I think ruled a lot of really
Camera on.
for a long time.
Well, you don't have to puff and wait. Let me know.
And so
I think he's a great guy. I love Bob to death. I hope he lasts forever.
Very important point regarding what you said about him not having what he clearly he unloaded like 50% of everything he owned down to Texas about a decade ago just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Water.
Wow, how did I not know? How did I not be able to clue into that? I wish I'd gotten some of that haul.
But ultimately, I know Bob as a very serious curator. And being a curator, he takes responsibility for being a guardian of a lot of material that's accumulated.
Bob is the curator?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
And because he has a curator mentality, right? He's like one of those, bridge cards in front of Buckingham Palace. I'm gonna let you that, the old buck stuff. He's keeping that, make sure it's safe. Right? Safe from hordes of who will send CGC. He lost his mind when he started his fight over that, fucking up all his books. And I understand his argument for that, and I fully support him seeing what CGC has become. But notwithstanding, just on the point, knowing what he still has and what's in that place, and he's a squirrel, man. He is a bionic squirrel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
it requires a person from somebody for me, Kyle, to sit down with it for like a weekend or like 72 hours and really siphon through everything, every bit of comic book there, and to let him, somebody's got to do a major interview with him because he's been going on for years writing all on floppy disk, right? He's so far gone that preserved him like on film. Real.
yeah.
A visit to Fremont, Nebraska, a month. Do that day. When I make my next stop to Indianapolis, if I could ever get there, have the mind and visit all of you for that, man.
So, have you been down to Nebraska to see Bob?
I've never been. I really need to make that pilgrimage.
I think we all do. Maybe we could all go see Bob at the same time. I would love that.
I want to tell you something. That's something to talk about.
I would love to do that. Well, I like Bob, and I'm not a hater. I brought up the things I've heard just because I do find him a little hard to believe. But how is he still able to carry on conversation and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, then what we ought to do is get decent film or video equipment, which is my gig, and go up there and just interview the fuck out of him. That's what we really, because honestly, he's one of those guys. If you don't get him for posterity's sake, you're going to lose an awful lot of attainable comic wisdom.
I don't want his reputation to go the way of Bob Kane.
I don't think it will, but
I don't want people to remember him as a crusty, crazy fuck, even though he is. But at the end, he's an onion. And when you peel away at Robert Beerbaum, he's just a sweet guy. He's had a hard life, had that van accident that fucking wiped out his hips.
Oh, I didn't know that.
His daughter has had.
His daughter's had horrible issues.
From the wreck?
No.
Just health issues. Yeah, unrelated.
Okay. Terrible. He had, what's his name? Blackbeard or whoever the guy is in Texas, buy all of his Bronze Age Marvels from him to have them graded and sold to fund Bob.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Bob, I mean, he is, if you look, like I'm a kid, right? If I look at those paintings of all your presidents and whoever, watch, right?
We missed everything you just said.
Okay, I'm saying that when I look at your paintings of your presidents and senators signing the Constitution or whatever they were in
Right.
89 or whatever.
Right.
In terms of San Diego Comic-Con, I see Bob Beerbaum in that picture.
Yeah.
The problem is, and I agree with you. Problem with that is that a lot of the main guys that are on the board, they're all people that Bob has pissed off over the years or used to be in business with, like Bud Plant, for instance.
Yeah.
I have a very good, I have good relations with Bob Plant through friends. I don't know Bob personally, but Bob knows me.
Bud, you keep calling Bud Bob.
Huh?
Talking
You
about
keep
Bud,
calling Bud Bob.
no,
Bob?
You keep calling Bud Bob.
No, I'm calling him Bud. Bud Plant, not Bob Plant. Bob Clampett. No, Bud. But Bud is a very good guy.
Yeah.
But he and Bob parted ways many years ago. And so, you know, you have a lot of people that are either a Bob person or a Bud person. And so a lot of the people sided with Bud. And a lot of people, yeah, like the EC group we're in, Johnny, they got rid of Bob because Bob was just saying some crazy ass stuff. I mean, it didn't have anything to do with what we were talking about. And so Tommy got rid of him. Things got a lot better on that group as a result, but it might just be because Bob disagrees with them and can't like manage to act any other way because Bob's very passionate about this stuff.
I will say that Bob is the Chuck Berry of
comic collecting. Yes,
Yep.
I would agree.
Okay. I mean, you know, the way he plays it, he's not easy to get along with, right? But the songs, man, the songs.
No, it's
but
true.
if you poop on him, he'll love you forever.
His body of work speaks for itself. He's one of those guys who came along in the history of comics that moved the needle with what he did on the West Coast and
That's true.
And selling independent comics in his store
Absolutely.
and hanging out with Rick Griffin, Jerry Garcia,
Robin Williams.
That shit's all real, right? But the problem with Bob is, like you said, okay, he's seen so many wars already.
Yeah.
In his personal life and beyond, and then personal attacks on his character, people who caught him down. It's just, you know, I feel for the guy. I do think, and I agree with you, that somebody's got to go to Fremont.
Yeah.
All right.
It should be us.
Yep. Need to do it fast.
Should be us.
Yeah. Anyhow, look, guys, I love you guys. I'm going to leave. I got to get back to my. Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
A little follow up on my book.
Third way through. I love it.
Oh, you do? Good.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a publisher in Toronto right now called Mosaic Press.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them to sign me. I'm desperate to get a publishing deal with somebody because I have a filmmaker who told me if I get it published, it takes everything for me. So as long as you love it though, right?
I do like it a lot.
Where are you at this point? Just out of curiosity.
I'm basically a third of the way. I'm not to the part with Kyle's character yet. Kyle's told me.
Oh, it's long. It's much later.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten to that yet, but I'm loving the characters. I'm loving the realism. I'm loving it's funny. You write very similar to Mookie. You just put out the Santa Claus book, which is R-rated, but it's still a Santa book. But you guys write very similarly, and your conversational style and your dialogue is fantastic, and that's what I like the most about it. And it's not a book that you really know where it's going, and I love that.
Well, listen, have you reached around page 150 yet?
I'll have to look at my page count when I get off. I don't remember because it's PDF.
Right. Just to let you know, okay? Around 150, it flies off the handle.
Good.
Things
good. I like that. I haven't gotten there yet.
At the beginning, I like to introduce a lot of people, so you kind of feel that you're in a bit of a community.
It feels like a slow burn right now.
Exactly. How'd you like how it starts off with him getting hit in the face with a plane?
I love it. Well, you kind of set me up for it because you explained things to me. So
Right.
I saw it coming, but it was like the way you wrote it wasn't the way you explained it to me, which was great, which I always want to be surprised.
Okay, good. Did you?
So
have you walked through the interview process with the character?
no.
Okay, that's at the beginning, like chapter 4.
Oh yes, I have. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not quite. Yeah.
Well, I wanted him to get crushed like a bug in the interviewing process.
Yes.
Really be fucking down.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're tearing him down. I see it. I mean, this is what I see, and I know kind of where you go because you've told me. But I see you breaking him all the way down so you can see him come all the way back up.
Oh, he's got quite ahead of him still.
And it's very much the warrior's journey kind of thing, like the Joseph Campbell kind of stuff, and
by the time you get to the end of it, it's almost the book of Job.
Well, and you know what? Okay, so I'm getting that. I'm getting the Job thing a lot, and Job. I've probably read Job more than any other book in the Old Testament. I love Job, but Job is also Job is a weird book because it's the only book where you literally see God versus Satan. I mean, because of how it's set up, I get that vibe from what you're doing.
Oh, he meets it's nothing but devils down to the wire.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. But he hasn't given up.
Well,
so, and I don't know why. I would have given up probably. I don't know, maybe not.
He had in the story, he has his trials and tribulations where he falls into darkness.
Oh, and I see that. I see that coming.
He's got no options, and then in the middle of the darkness, he embraces it. In fact, one of the readers who
seems like Kyle to me. Kyle's own character.
Well,
because Kyle, look at those eyebrows.
Listen, Kyle's character is a no nonsense fucking cannoneer. That's what he can't wait to unload his cannon.
That's been a problem I've had all my life.
Kyle, I can't wait till I get there.
Listen, stay tuned. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Thanks to Gray, wherever he went.
Johnny, we love you, pal. See you soon, I hope.
And like I said, let's talk about visiting Bob.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
and we'll talk about the book as soon as I finish it. I'll call you.
I can't wait to hear from you.
Then we'll debut the Bob interview on here.
Man, we should get Bob on as a guest. Love that.
Oh, Bob would love it. Yeah, let's get Bob on the show.
But everybody would have to stay silent for about 45 minutes.
I'm all right with that.
That's kind of like it is with David. What's the guy's name who owns the Wally Wood estate? We've interviewed him a couple times on our other show. God, begins with an S. Shit, I can't remember his name. Bald guy. Oh well.
Bottom line, Bob. Okay, you can't get him in an online forum because eventually he's spilled the milk. So the best thing to do is to get him in his own element and knock on his door in Fremont. Let's do it. The only way to do him now. He's not going to Comic-Con. He's not going to be a guest panelist. He did that like 4 or 5 years ago in San Diego, and he's done traveling because he's not healthy.
Yeah. Well, we need to go to him then.
All right.
I'm all for it. Okay, Johnny.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
See ya. Have a great one. Thanks for coming by.
All right.
Now it's back to the Kyle and Bill show.
All right. Well,
go, Kyle. Dun, 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 dun.
I have no idea if I showed these before, but I had these out the other day again. I don't collect much militaria, but I got a couple more of these.
Where are those from?
World War I prisoner of war postcards.
Holy crap! The Red Cross is already around then.
Yeah. Red Cross started basically in for World War I.
World War One. Yeah, I knew that, but I'd forgotten.
So, and it's
I didn't realize they
French.
got
It's a French postcard, just not the fun kind, and it's a little Russian guy saying, "Where is it? Where's the 1946 on here?" He's talking about being home, or 1946, 1916, 17. This is 1917. He's talking about to come home. I have like 16 of these now, so I kind of mess them up. So, but yeah, I love these. I love Ostrich Boheme. The prisoner
Wow.
in Austria.
Did I ever tell you about Did I ever tell you about my horse?
No, you did not tell me about your horse.
Okay. My good friend Morris Franklin, his dad bought. We had one of the best carousels in the world here in San Antonio at Breckenridge Park. Years
you got
ago,
a couple of those out back, don't you?
huh?
You got a couple of those horses out back, don't you?
I got one, and that's what I was going to tell you. So what I found out was on the bottom it was written 1994, and come to find out that was just by the last guy who painted it. I find out that my horse is 100 years old, over 100 years old now, but my horse was crafted by German prisoners of war in New Braunfels, Texas, which is right outside of San Antonio.
Yeah, you told me that one.
Did I tell you the story? And so there's even a dachshund under the saddle. It's beautiful, and it was carved out of one piece of 10-foot wood. And you just don't see that shit anymore.
Yep. Well, look who's in the chat.
Like
Splat is in the chat. I was talking about you earlier, Splat. We need to get you on the show. And if you still got that FF48, you and I need to talk. I can't bring up the scratch to buy it, but if you're looking to trade that FF48, if you still got that FF48 in a Pence copy, buddy, let me know.
Hey, Splat. I want Fantastics. I want the early Marvel. I want all the early Marvel books from Great Britain in the 60s. I've got great stuff to. Oh no! You lit a fire with it? Oh my God, man! Are you crazy? I know you're joking, but yeah. But no, I need a lot of the early British. And even later, even 70s British Marvel stuff. So maybe we can talk. And I have lots of good stuff to trade. But I was going to tell him to get you on the show.
I got a mid-grade FF52 and 53 that I put as a combo that I'd trade for that 48 you got. That's kind of tatty.
52 and 53. That's awesome, dude.
Tomorrow's fire shall be lit with an AF-15. There you go.
Yeah, now I know he's crazy. We love you, Splat.
Yeah.
Splat, maybe could you come on this time next week?
Well, he's going to come on when we get Mark and Gray back on regular.
Oh, why can't we just have them and knock off with them? Why don't we need chaperones here?
Well, because they're in the UK, they're with him and they deal with him, so.
Oh, okay. They don't want him to go off the line or anything.
Well, no, they want to be on air with him. So I have a very nice FF52 in Pence too. And what else? See, now my FF52 is a Sense copy. Ooh, he's got an ASM2 and a Pence copy.
Oh, I want that. I'm gonna fight Kyle for that. Oh, here's why I should be the one to get ASM number 2 from you. Because that came out the month I was born. May 1963. So I should be the one to get that. Sorry, Kyle. I trump
there
you
go.
just by my being older than you.
I'd
But
like
I'm
to.
kidding.
I'd like to
I'm
get
kidding.
it for the
But I
kids.
would love it. I was thinking about it yesterday. I really need that book just because of that. But that may also be the month that Iron Man premiered. I'm not sure. Or was that earlier in 63? I can't remember.
They were all in the middle. Iron Man. Let's see. FF
I
was November of 61.
Right.
AF and Journey were August of 62.
Hulk
Hulk was like August, September of 62.
and Thor premiered. Thor and didn't Thor premiere the same month as Spider-Man?
Journey and AF were the same month.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Do you think they even thought they were going to start building? Do you think at that point they knew what they were doing? I still don't think they
because
knew.
who was Marvel's second superhero that came out in the Silver Age?
It would be Ant-Man.
Yep. January of 62.
Yep. It would be Ant-Man. I owned that at one point and sold it far too cheap.
Yeah.
Also had a Spider-Man 1.
Little history lesson. The only quality Spider-Man I used to own, which I'd like to have it back, I had a Spider-Man 1 Golden Records reprint that I got off my brother, and I wouldn't mind getting that again.
You know, those
also had the FF Golden Records reprint.
You know, those are mint. If they're mint,
they're
with
$1,000 books.
3,000.
Yeah.
3,000. Yeah. Hey, keep talking. I'm going to take a break, but I can hear you.
Well, I just want to try and coerce Splat out of some of his books. So.
Splat. Oh! I don't know why I gave him the
savior of the comic verse,
but he deserves it.
Yeah, we get Splat. We'll get Bob Beerbaum on here. Did you guys know about my website? Well, what we'll do, we'll definitely Splat. We'll hype the hell out of your website on here. You know, if Gray's still listening, we'll even put a link in this show. But when you're on, we'll definitely link it all up and let everybody know about it and get you on here once Mark gets off his work sabbatical, which is kind of an oxymoron. Sabbatical's away from work, but he's on a sabbatical from retirement and went back to working. So when Mark gets back on, we'll get you back on here so those two guys can hit you up a lot and you can be one of our UK connections for comics. So, but yeah, I wouldn't mind figuring out a way to coerce you out of that F48 there. I've been crazy busy. Went on a live news site a couple days ago. Instead of being here, I should be pulling out here for It's Gone Nuts again. I'd be happy to come on. Yeah, we look forward to having you on there, sir. And picking your brain on your comics, picking your brain on your comics history and what got you into it and why you're still in it and, you know, do you have fun on the business end of it. I never had fun in the business end of comics. Never want to do that again. I never want my fun to be my income, you know. So, but I love backstories and histories and why people do what they do when they do. Yeah, that's what I said. I got a 52 and a 53 in cents copies. It's, you know, basically it's a wash as far as value goes for what you got yours listed at. And I'd haggle you down a little bit and you'd haggle me down a little bit. And I think, you know, if you wanted a cents 52 and 53, you know, First Panther and Panther Origin, I'd be happy to flip those for have an FF48, and I'd have to get a 49 and 50 eventually, but it's a Pence copy, and I think those are so cool, and I know you guys want cents copies, and I know Pence copies are less valuable, but I still like them. I like having them. You know, that one's less of an investment and more of a, I just want to own it because, you know, I'd end up break even trading. So, but yeah, it's about the same. But correct me if I'm wrong. You said it's a tatted copy, but it's like a 4.0, isn't it? And it's not like a 1.8. It's a 4.0, right? Or a 2.0 or a 2.5. I know it's tatty, but it's still kind of cherry. But I always wanted one, and I'd be happy to come off 52. And actually, when Bill gets back on, I'll go up and. Oh, I thought it was graded. I thought your thing was graded. I thought I saw the picture of it graded. So, just having a conversation in the comments here. So, no, not graded. No, I thought it was graded. The cover's still attached. We needed to get online and actually physically show off the books. And, you know, we'd get a backstage conversation in here because my 52 with a clean and a press would be a 6.0 plus all day long, probably around 6.5. Without a clean and press, it's like a 5.5 or a 6. And multiple eyes have been on it. My 53 is probably a 4.0. Could probably be cleaned and pressed out to about a 5.0. But still a couple grand worth, you know. But yeah, I'd flip those in a heartbeat for a 48.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff I would part with too. I have a near mint Neil Adams X-Men up for grabs splat. So I want the British stuff. I want the Pence stuff. So we're good.
Because me,
company.
you, and 6 other people are the American market for that. Because
I don't think so.
People.
Are you wearing a Breathe Right strip?
Yeah.
Is it
I
helping?
I haven't been able to breathe lately, so.
Wow, maybe I should get those. I can't breathe worth a fuck. Is it because we have big noses?
Well, that might do it. I mean, you know, I got a honker that goes on for days, but.
Oh, you and me both. Someone thought we were brothers the other day. You guys have the same nose. Well, I hope.
Okay, I'm confused. We got a what's up here, and I don't see a name. Oh, what's up is the name. Okay.
What's up? What's up?
Somebody saying what's up.
What's up?
What's up is the name.
Who's what's up?
But you know, Mark is my Pence guy, and will forever be.
Where are you from? What's up?
Splat can be my secondary. Go to my
site, just type. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Splatsy. I will. Do you have any Fantastics or any of those 60s Marvel comics? Or annuals? I really want that annual with Birdman and Space Ghost and Frankenstein Jr. If you got that. But we'll talk, buddy.
Yeah.
Splat, are you on Facebook? Is Splat on Facebook, Kyle?
I don't know.
Okay.
Searching Pence gives you 1,730 results. Jesus.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to deal with someone who really has this shit.
Yeah.
I kid.
I'm on Facebook. I'll send you the link.
Okay, great. Can't wait, buddy.
Yeah, Bill, don't clean him out for me, but you know.
Oh, no. I will never step on your toe. You know that. I try real hard. I do want you to save me one pre code horror. I don't care what.
I don't have any left. You'd have to get any of them. All my pre-code horror. I've only got 4 pre-code horror left, and they're all promised to Mark.
Oh, I didn't know you only had 4 left. Well, that makes
I had like 16 of them, but I've let go of them over the years. So.
Oh shit! Well,
I had Fantastic Fears #7. That was a monster. I let go of about 2 years.
You know, my friend Howard owns a store in Albuquerque, but Howard has a copy of. Oh gosh, what's the American comics group. It's considered the first horror comic. Journey into the Unknown. No, is that it?
I thought it was. I had a Tales of Terror one, but that wasn't ACG.
No, this is the one. This is the one that came out in '48, and it featured the Living Ghost.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about, but I can't
the
remember
green
the
guy.
name of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we hit an hour, and as much as I love talking to the audience, I think we should give Graham a break, and
I think we
hopefully
should
next
go.
week we'll have some more
So
bodies
I'd just
in
like
here.
to say, folks, thanks for tuning in again. From Eloise and Bill the Thrill, I would like to say, please come back next week. It'll probably be far more exciting.
Yeah.
This seems to be our low T episode. I don't know. I kid. But
Yeah.
thanks, Kyle. Hope you have a great week. Love you guys. See ya.
Love to all, man.
Bye.
Take care, peoples. We'll talk soon, Splat. See you guys later.